Welcome back, Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, classic slash non-classic. This is episode number 600 and actually, scratch that. I think I screwed up on the numbering. Yeah, I think I did. Uh, no, this is Doubleshot. This is episode number 697 and Doubleshot number 601, not 98. That last episode was 96. I was off by a couple things. Apologies about that. Yep. Okay, first up, it's a return to House of M. This is the Uncanny X-Men tie-in, collecting issues 642, 645. Mostly put, this is just the Uncanny X-Men tie-in. Oh, and by the way, who's the main characters these issues? Why? Psylocke and Rachel Gray, who apparently the only two people in story who actually remember, oh yeah, we remember the Prime Universe. And this is also the storyline where Captain Britain is the ruler of the United Kingdom. And his wife is the Queen. Also, the way Chris Claremont writes, some people who work for Magneto, who is the ruler of the world, are complete buffoons. Yeah, they accuse Brian Braddock of treason with no evidence at all. Okay, was he planning to overthrow Magneto? As far as I know, he wasn't. Yeah, it's really bizarre. But yeah, also in this universe, well, they have it where Betsy is, because of course she's the older sibling, instead of being the ruler, she's the warrior of the kingdom, and she's the princess regent, I think the princess, because her brother's the ruler, obviously. But it's great the fact you actually have Captain Britain in the X-Men comic, but here's kind of the thing. Captain Britain is not a mutant. His sister is, but also, I've got to mention this about Captain Britain. I am a little confused about this. Who owns the rights to this character? Because I know for a fact that Fox, though it might go back to Marvel because of, well, Disney buying Fox. But who owns the rights to Captain Britain? It probably would be Marvel, but due to the fact his sister is a mutant, it means he might be closely tied to the X-Men. Yeah, but Captain Britain is not a mutant, and he has never joined the X-Men. He's been associated with the X-Men, but he's not part of them. He's part of Excalibur, which is the British version of the X-Men, but he's never been a member of the team. He's been ally of the team for years, but never officially a member. I gotta say, for this tie, it's actually pretty dang good. Yep. And the artwork in here is done by two different artists in here. Alan Davis and Chris Bachalo. Yep, Chris Bachalo comes on board. And of course, you also have more of the House of M Secrets thing, which is nice. And eventually, toward the end, they sort of get the whole reverse thing happening in the pages of the regular S. House of M book. I mean, despite the fact this is 4 issues, it kind of felt as though for Chris Claremont's tie-in for this thing, because the next event got to have X-Men tie into it, it kind of feels very last minute because this is only just a quick 4-parter, and then like at the end, oh yeah, the whole thing is reversed at the very end, the whole timeline thing. But it's still a pretty good storyline, and I'm going to give this book a 9.5 out of 10. Alright? Next up, we're returning to New Age trades with Volume 4, The End of the Greys. Yep, and as you see by the cover, Psylocke is back to her, well, fan-favorite costume. And this book collects issues 466 to 471. Yeah, this is the second to last trade of Chris Claremont's era. I do plan eventually reviewing the second volume, The Cruel's Cut, which is basically when X-23 meets Wolverine. But in this book, because Chris Bachalo took over the artwork in here, Chris Bachalo is the artist in here. Yep, he is. And of course, Billy Tan is the artist. What is the End of Greys? Yeah, apparently the Shi'ar Death Commandos were ordered by somebody higher up to murder the entire Grey family. All because they're related to Jean Grey. That is literally the only reason why. And they murder almost all the members of the Grey family, except for Jean's mother. She is the only one to survive. And also, Rachel Gray gets this put onto her back. Her back of her shirt gets ripped open, and this is forcibly put on her back. Let me get to it. Yeah, no idea why in the world Death Commandos basically are so gung-ho about killing all the Greys. Yeah. They say they receive orders. Oh yeah, this is what they do to Rachel Gray. They put this mark on her back, and this remains on her back for a long period of time. Yep. I mean, the way Rachel Gray looks, I mean, from the look of it, it says, now the mark. I mean, what is he going to do? It's implied he was going, I mean, the way the artwork basically implies it looks like he was going to rape Rachel Gray. But no, he just rips her back, dumps this liquid on her back, and basically brands her with this stupid tattoo. Yeah. And also, because the fact that all the other Grays died, her grandmother wants nothing to do with her at all. Oh, yeah, and also, here's Cannonball in the outfit that he kind of would sport for most of these last several years. Yep. And also, apparently, the military guy in charge of the Sentinels is a peeping Tom. I'm not kidding about this. You want to know how I know he's a peeping Tom? He puts cameras in Rachel Gray's shower. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Those who are curious about the Sentinels, yeah, after House of M, an organization known as ONE, the Office of National Emergency, decided to send a group of Sentinels piloted by humans to the Xavier Institute and basically kind of turn it into, it's kind of implied they put him under house arrest. Yeah. Not kidding. Also, Psylocke's brother shows up in the next trip, but yeah. At times, Valerie Cooper is written to be a complete idiot. Because, oh yeah, let's just put oh yeah. And she even points out, though, leave the girl alone. And yet, Colonel Reyes, who's the military commander of this particular unit, ignores her. And still peeps on Rachel Gray. He records her taking a shower. Man, I can't wait for this guy to get killed off. Yeah, though eventually does get killed off later. I think it's killed by Valerie Cooper. Mm-hmm. Valerie Cooper was a recurring character in the pages of the government version of X Factor, who's been loosely tied to the X-Men for years. I think Pierre David created her. She's a really good character. I like her. But at times, like later on, they do have her where she, let's see, like right after they killed, I think it's like right after they killed the Grays. I think that's when is that when the Watcher shows up? Yeah, at times the Sentinels will act way out of control. Yeah, they're way overprotective of the mutants. Because of the fact the mutant population has been decimated, they also do something really, really stupid. Let's see if it's in here. No, it's not in here, but I will talk about it later. I'll talk about it when I talk about the next trade. But yeah, they do something really stupid for absolutely no reason. And the Sentinels are way overprotective of the mutants. Yep. Of course, after that, the Commandos unit, they surrender, they break out, and they try to kill Rachel Gray, though they end up being stopped. Though, yeah, it's really bizarre, to say the least, when it comes to these particular guys. Mm-hmm. But this is still really good. I'm going to give this a 9.5 out of 10. Though I do have my problems with it. Like I said, the Death Commandos killing off the Greys just because they're blood relatives of Jean Grey. That's the only reason why. As for why the Shi'ar higher-ups ordered this by the Shi'ar Death Commandos, absolutely no idea why they did this. How to do this now of all times. Because here's the thing. Okay, this trade was released, I believe it was in 2006. Let me look it up here. Excuse me, yeah, 2006. Jean Grey had been dead for 2 years. Yes, she'd been dead for 2 years at this point, and now they do this? Yeah, really dumb. Alright, that's it for this episode. Stay tuned for the next episode. I'm going to cover the last trade that collects Chris Claremont's era for Uncanny X-Men, plus a trade from the Peter Mulligan very brief run of X-Men. Now, I have reviewed, this will be my second trade review from this era, but this is actually overall the first trade from this era, from his very brief time on the X-Men comic. Okay? But until you see our next review, which will be episode number 698 and Doubleshot number 602. Okay? I'll see you next episode. Bye.